A group of related tasks to a project, domain, or time period is a board. For example, an entire season, the robot sketch, a tracking production chart, expense income report, and more. The board is a table that is built and adapted for the project. It's divided into rows and columns. Every row on the board represents a task or a detail in the project. It has all the properties, columns, predefined. You can make unique and adapted tables for the project and team with varied columns that are on Monday, and even connect between them. We will expand on some of the columns we find useful in building an example board. It will be a general board for the project management in the season. First, we will give a headline to each grouping of tasks that are executed in the season. For example, general, mechanics, software, electronics, community, and strategy. Now we can select the columns, the basics, and the common ones that will aid us to define the tasks in the projects. Firstly, we need to define a date or a range of dates that the project needs to be done. To add this information, you can use the column timeline/date. Now you can add to each task's date or range of dates to finish the task. The next step is to assign the task to a member of the team, so you can know who to be mad at when it's incomplete. Who you can trust. Add the people column, and then you can assign each team member, a group of people, or several people separately that are on the board to the tasks. Afterward, we will want to know what the current situation on the assignment is, and what her status is. For this purpose, add the status column. To the column, you can give several different customized statuses on the progress of each assignment. For example, for planning the season, we'll add statuses of done, stuck, in progress, to do. After defining statuses for the board, you can pick a status on the progression of every task. Additionally, you can define a column as a place to add files. There you could add different files in accordance to the specific item. An example is for a community project, you can add an equipment list. Likewise, in many situations, the link column can be useful. It adds the relevant address, a folder in Google Drive concerning the project, product, or anything else on the project is a good example for the use of the link column. Sometimes, tasks are depending on one another. For instance, you can't start building the robot if we didn't buy the parts necessary. To define these dependencies, add the dependencies column and define which task is dependent on one another. Occasionally, one row for a big assignment isn't enough. That's why we have sub-items. The sub-items allow us to add sub-tasks to the bigger assignment, so defining the tasks will be clearer. In sub-items, you can add different criteria like timelines, people, and more. Next to each task, there is a small speech bubble. There you can post updates on the task. You can tag people, make a to-do list, write an update, add GIFs, or just annoy your friends. During the season, you can post updates on the project so the process is accessible and exposed to everyone. Nice job! The main table is ready. Now you can add the different content and tasks until the FRC season project is built. It's important to mention that many different columns exist. In this video, we detail only on the basic and most important ones in our opinion, but we recommend exploring the platform and finding the columns that work the best for you.